Hey everybody, it's me, Arlene, Delicious Delights, and welcome to my channel. Now in today's video, I want to talk about my most complimented perfumes for 2022. It has been requested by many of you in the comments. So first of all, before I begin, I want to say that with compliments, for me, it's not like super important. I mean, it's really nice when I do get them. And it happens very rarely that I do get them, especially from strangers. I do get comments on my perfumes from people that I actually know, like my husband and my family, and I'm also around them more often and they are exposed to many perfumes. So I guess it's more likely that I would get compliments from them. With people that I know, it's either like a very strong like and they love it. They were like, oh, that smells so nice. And then on the other hand, they hate it and they're like, oh, that smells disgusting, take that off. And then there's this big range in between where I get no comment at all and it kind of just gets lost and ignored, and I guess they're forgettable scents for them at least. But anyways, I should also say that with the compliments that I got from strangers this year, they happened in Canada and not in the Netherlands. And I am sensing a pattern that whenever I get compliments from strangers, they are from people in Canada. And then I get home in the Netherlands and I get none. I mean, it happens like very, very rarely, like once in a blue moon. So I'm starting to think that it's probably or maybe a cultural thing, or it could be a coincidence. I'm not really sure. I'm really curious what you guys think about that though. So let me know in the comments. Is it a cultural thing or not? Okay, let's begin with the ones that I've gotten compliments on from a complete stranger. The first one here is Coco Noir from Chanel. This one I got a compliment on from a cashier at the Walmart, and he said I smelled nice, and I was like, thank you. I just feel really weird when I get the compliments. I feel a lot of emotions. I feel kind of shy, I feel awkward, I get blushy a little bit, I feel happy and giddy and I giggle a little, and then I get this almost like this butterfly feeling in my tummy. I don't know why I do that. It's really weird. This is a gorgeous, sexy, deep, rich scent. In the beginning, it starts off quite citrusy and bright, but as it dries down, it gets more intense and bold, kind of grows on the skin, or at least I feel like it's growing and getting bigger and louder and heavier, because there are heavier notes here of patchouli. There's also a prominent rose note in here, but also sweetness coming from peach and vanilla and amber, also giving off some spices and musk. So there is a lot of things going on at the same time with this scent. But this one kind of just puts me in a certain mood when I wear it. It makes me feel extra special. It makes me feel sexy, kind of. It just puts me in a certain mood. And yeah, I really love when fragrances do that. They are mood changing perfumes. And Coco Noir for me is exactly that. The next one here is Tom Ford Black Orchid. This is the EDT version. The compliment that I got was from another cashier. It was at the Value Village. With Black Orchid, this is another deep, rich, dark patchouli scent, very earthy, beautiful sweetness in here. There's some truffle in here, which is a very interesting note. And it's quite spicy. It also has this dark chocolate patchouli scent in it, and there's incense. Another very complex scent with many, many notes. But this also kind of makes me feel the same way as the Coco Noir. Puts me in a certain mood. Really great scent that projects really well, performs really well, lasts a long time. Very memorable and unique scent. Okay, with the next one here, this one is a very popular one. I'm pretty sure that many of you are sick of hearing about this scent, but I still really enjoy this one. It was a love at first sniff for me. And this one is Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So the compliment that I got from this one was from a gas attendant. He was putting in the gas. I left the car. At that time when I left the car, there was this big gush of wind, or breeze, and I guess all of my sillage went towards him. So yeah, that's how that happened. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what this one's all about. It is a very sweet scent. Sweet, spicy, citrusy, woody, ambery, and performance is amazing with this one. I love the texture of it, that it doesn't really feel too heavy, but it lasts very long, and the sillage on this goes on and on and on, and it still is one of my most favorite scents of all time. Now let's move on to a scent that my dad is completely in love with. Whenever I wear this, he always comments on it. Just walking through the house, I guess I have a sillage whenever I pass him, because his computer's in the living room and I'm always like walking back and forth, and he always comments on this one. So this one is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Also, I should mention my mom really likes this one as well. I have a travel size of this one, a small 10 ml travel size, and I just left it out on the table, and my mom decided to use half of it up because she really liked it, all on just spraying the inside of her bag, her purse. So I'm like, what happened to all of my perfume in here? And she's like, oh, I just sprayed my bag. And yeah, I can't believe she used like 5 mils. Luckily, I have this bottle, so I guess I can give that to her, or she can use the Tobacco Vanille if she wants to. But anyways, let's go back to the scent. Tobacco Vanille is my favorite tobacco perfume. It's also one of my favorite vanilla scents. And it's not just tobacco and vanilla. There are other things going on in here. There's a nice dark chocolate cacao note in here, and tonka bean, dried fruit adding some sweetness. There's a woodsiness, and yeah, spiciness. It is a beautiful, beautiful scent, you guys, that I don't think I reviewed yet, so I'll probably do that soon. In any case, a big fan of this one, and apparently my parents really love it as well. So that's Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Now, the next ones here are all ones that I've been complimented on by my husband. So this one here is a new one in my collection. It's a cheapie, Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 71, caramelized vanilla and macadamia. I have talked a lot about this one recently on my channel. This is an amazing gourmand cheapie scent, probably one of the best ones I've ever smelled. And basically, you guys, this one smells exactly like caramel popcorn. Very warm and sweet, literal, realistic, as if I just have a big bowl of popcorn in front of me that was just cooked and then drizzling some caramel on top. So good, you guys. We have a very expensive scent that my husband always compliments me on, and this is from the house of Hermes, from their Hermescence line. This one is called Osmanth Yunnan. So this is one of my most favorite tea scents. And of course, there's also osmanthus in here. And osmanthus has normally a apricot or a peachy kind of scent to it. So for me, it kind of smells like a peach tea with a little bit of leather in the base here. So I love this scent because it makes me feel very relaxed and calm. It has this certain zen kind of feeling to it. With tea, it is something that I not only like to smell in perfumes, but I really love the whole ritual of having tea, sitting on the couch after a long heavy day, and then having some tea and making the tea and steeping the tea and watching the tea steep. It is just a nice thing that makes me feel calm and relaxed. So it is a very therapeutic scent for me. The next one here is one that I recently talked about in a previous video. It's my favorite from the Armani Privé collection, and it's called Vert Malachite. So this one, I've said many times that it makes me think of a tuberose ice cream, but there aren't any tuberose notes in this. There's jasmine sambac in here, and ylang ylang and lily. But the combination of those floral notes to me makes me only think of tuberose. Like a creamy white tuberose with the texture of ice cream, or whipped cream. It is a sweet floral gourmand scent that I always get complimented on when I wear this. It's one of my husband's favorites. It's also one of my favorites, and I think it's such a special scent that has a gorgeous sillage and scent trail. So yeah, it never fails. Whenever I wear this, my husband will compliment me on it, and then I'm like, thank you. I kind of expect it because it just always happens now when I wear this. Now the last one here is a new one in my collection. This one was actually a blind buy that I made earlier this year that I haven't really talked about much at all, but this one is from the house of Unui Nomad. It's called Click Song. Now this is probably my most complimented one from my husband this entire year. This is one of my most strong scents that I own in my entire collection. It is literally just a one spray kind of scent, because I think 2 sprays would be overwhelming. It is that strong. And this basically is a strong, bold, intense, loud, beast mode amber perfume. There are some notes of geranium in here with patchouli and rose, and of course amber, labdanum, benzoin, vanilla. Benzoin, vanilla giving it a nice sweetness as well. But yeah, the dominant notes are amber and rose, and it is such a loud scent that, yeah, I think that most people will notice you when you wear this. My husband definitely notices it, and he always comments saying he really likes this one on me. So yeah, kind of an underrated scent from an underrated house that I don't really hear too much about in the community. But if you're into deep, resinous, dark, rich amber scents that perform really well, then you might want to get your nose on Click Song from Unui Nomad. So those were the fragrances that I got complimented on this year. I would love to hear about your most complimented scents in the comments. I would love to hear that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.